This is conchem Unit 15 review. We're doing questions 7 and 8. So the first question asks about two colligative properties, and they want you to explain how each one works. So the first property is going to be freezing point depression. We'll put PT for point depression. So in other words, it's going to lower the point at which the substance or the liquid will freeze. The other one is boiling point elevation. And in other words, it's going to raise the temperature at which boiling occurs. Now, they actually work in exactly the same way at the molecular level, meaning that in both cases, the solute particles, so the things that are dissolved in the solution, the solute particles are interfering, or solute is interfering, with the solvent freezing or boiling. In other words, it gets in the way, so that as the solvent is trying to evaporate or spread out and become a gas, the solute is getting in the way. In the case of freezing, the solvent has to get close together to form a solid, and the solute is getting in the way. So it makes it harder to freeze or harder to boil. Therefore, you have to get it colder to get it to freeze, or you have to get it hotter to get it to boil. So it's really an interference of the solute preventing the solvent from freezing or boiling. So in number 8 it says which would decrease the freezing point more. Well, it's asking which one of these two would cause more interference. So if we look at lithium sulphide versus silicon dioxide, the key here is recognizing that this guy here is what we call an ionic compound. So it's going to split into lithium plus 1, and notice it has a subscript of 2, so you're actually going to get 2 lithium plus 1 ions, and then you're also going to get the sulfur ion, so it will be S minus 2. And notice sulfur has a subscript of 1 here, so it's only going to be 1 sulfur. But if you look at that, what does that mean? That means that we're going to get 2 lithiums and 1 sodium for every one of those that dissolves, or we're going to get 3 solutes per molecule. In the case of silicon dioxide, silicon is what we consider to be a metalloid, but it kind of leans on the non-metal side of things, and so when we put that into water, it's not going to dissolve. It's going to stay together. It's going to be more of a covalent type compound. So silicon dioxide, when it hits water, is just going to stay silicon dioxide. You're going to get 1 solute for every 1 molecule of silicon dioxide. Only 1 solute. Okay? So going back to question 7, which one of these is going to create more interference? The lithium sulphide, because you're getting 3 solutes versus the silicon dioxide where you only had 1 solute, or you're getting 3 times the interference in terms of freezing or boiling.